If you smell what the shot is cooking. In the mid-90s, WWF was in chaos. Reeling from drug scandals and trailing rivals in the ratings, it was time to get nasty. Vince McMahon cranked up the sex and violence.
Give me a hell yeah!
And brought in unhinged storylines about necrophilia and shagging his own daughter.
Daddy's coming home!
And away from the ring, the drug-addled stars lost their minds.
I just had an out-of-body experience!
From pooing in Subway sandwiches to powerbombing 77-year-old women, this is WWF Attitude. Welcome back to The Upshot. We are, of course, sponsored by Injury Lawyers for You. Right, yeah. Wrestling today, Georgie.
Oh boy.
We are. If you're not watching the video version, I recommend having a little look on Spotify or YouTube, because you will see that Georgie Too Gorgie is the spit of the great Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? The world's greatest ever wrestler, Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah, he was very much Channel 5 Sunday morning sort of guy. You didn't see him on the big events very often.
And so you're obviously dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, the Texas rattlesnake.
Yeah.
What?
Your outfit looks incredibly cheap. I'd say my outfit looks like I probably spent more on it than Scotty Too Hottie did.
I think you spent more on hairspray alone, mate.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, your outfit is phenomenal and mine is, well, I mean...
Hey, does the job.
As long as I'm the Texas rattlesnake, which today I am. Where's Zach? It doesn't matter where Zach is!
Excellent.
Yeah, no,
he's Jazz Festival, is he?
Yeah, he's Jazz Festivaling because he doesn't believe in wrestling.
Yeah, what's his thing he kept saying? He doesn't really understand the idea of kayfabe or of...
Yeah, he basically, we were saying some of the stories. By the way, this episode's going to be about the real life stories, the stuff that happened. We're going to talk about mental storylines that...
I'm losing that.
Scotty's moustache has just come off, leaving a wonderful soul patch on it. I think I prefer this.
The soul patch stays.
This is going to be about the real backstage craziness and some mad storylines. But whenever we told Zach stuff, he just said, did that happen?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the term kayfabe, it's basically the unspoken agreement that the stage stuff is real.
Sure.
But we're not going to be talking much about like the wrestling, who's winning titles and stuff. This is about the craziness. This is 97 to 2002.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, the kayfabe thing, I can see why Zach couldn't really get his head around it, because Vince McMahon did an incredible job of muddying the waters. Whereas like something tragic would happen in real life and he'd be like, well, let's use that for a story. Yeah. Let's use that to sell tickets.
Yeah, there's an example in this where someone's dad dies and Vince uses it for a storyline about someone stealing the coffin.
Yeah. Oh, you've got a crippling addiction to over-the-counter painkillers. Well, using that.
And to be fair to Vince McMahon, it turns out that he wants to sleep with his daughter in real life as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do wonder.
There are some mental storylines. This is the golden age of wrestling. Right? Or the second golden age.
Yeah. This was, I mean, the golden age of wrestling is what, Hulkamania. And then this is it. So this is right. This is your era, right? This
is what I was watching. I mean, if my sister walked in the room, I'd change the channel, because otherwise, you know, on a Saturday morning, you can't be staring at Trish Stratus.
No, Rikishi.
Yeah, Rikishi stink-facing someone.
Which is always what it would be without fail whenever someone walks in.
It was always It was always the most embarrassing thing was always happening when someone walked in. But yeah, they basically switch into the formula of like mad violence, gore, sex, drugs behind the scenes, mental storylines. It's when it gets really sort of amoral 90s.
Yeah.
And we love it. Gonna chuck you a few names: The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Godfather, The Dudley Boys.
Yep.
Farouk and Bradshaw. Going down the chain a bit now. So I sort of was very excited about doing this episode, possibly more than any we've done. But I was kind of like, I mean, I loved it when I was 12, but you know, I've rewatched WrestleMania 17 promo now and it'll be really silly. But we just watched it on YouTube. I had goosebumps.
It's good stuff.
Limp Bizkit soundtrack. It's just still so good. Really was. Should we get into it?
Actually, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to the Wrestle Me podcast, which sort of got me back into wrestling. And I know a lot of the stories I will mention today, I probably heard there for the first time. So yeah, we'll link to it in the show notes.
Mid-90s, WWF, as it was then known, is in big trouble. They're still reeling from this steroid scandal they'd lost Hulk Hogan over it. Vince McMahon had been in court. And a lot of the big stars have left WWF for its more edgy rival, WCW.
Yep.
which is beating them in the ratings war. So they've lost big names, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Scott Hall. They're losing the Monday Night Ratings war. They're verging on bankruptcy. And this Attitude Era changes everything. They basically introduce much more sex, more blood, more insane storylines. They get these new superstar names like Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H. The era officially begins in November 97. And within 2 years, the WWF has transformed into a $1 billion media property.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
A lot of that is thanks to one man, the Texas rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to get him in the studio today. So Austin joined the WWF in 1995. He was not Stone Cold. He was called the Ringmaster Steve Austin, which was a bit of a shit gimmick. He also had very long hair, which did not look right. I think he said that he was finally given the confidence to shave it off after watching Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, so because he had my look.
Yeah. Did you see me go to say it and then hesitate?
I saw your eyes slightly lift and look at my hairline, yeah. Even with the ball cap on, I could see that.
He's got the...
I've always had a high hairline. My son has a high hairline.
He's got the Jack Rivlin, Bill Bailey.
Yeah. Peter Stringfellow. The nonce look, as someone DM'd me anonymously this week. Random person on Instagram.
Argentinian?
I would have thought so, but they actually DM'd me before the Argentina bashing had taken place on the pod. So
there you
just
go.
A concerned friend.
He's the Ringmaster Steve Austin. He's got this hair. But by 1990, so it's a shit gimmick. He's stuck in the mid card. So by 1996, he realizes he needs a new name. He's just watched a HBO documentary about a hitman called Richard the Iceman Kuklinski. And he likes the idea of being a sort of contract killer character. He thinks he could do that well. So he pitches the idea to WWF and they like it. They say, that's brilliant, leave it with us. And then, according to Steve, they faxed him over 3 pages of the worst names I've seen in the history of my life. So, alternate names they sent over. He could have been called Otto von Ruthless, Snowman, Ice Dagger, Crawl Luke, Cool Cat, Fang McFrost, and Chili McFreeze.
Sorry, the last two are just McDonald's mascots for like a new McFlurry, aren't they?
Yeah.
Chili McFreeze.
Uncle O'Grimacy, yeah.
That's like if you give AI the word Iceman, that's what it's giving you back.
Yeah, it's very AI. Do you think he would have had the same impact? Would it have been $1 billion concern if he'd been Chili McFreeze?
Fang McFrost.
Luckily, Austin didn't go with any of them. He came up with Stone Cold himself because he had a British wife who made him a cup of tea and said, drink that or it's going to go Stone Cold. And he thought,
it is good.
Bingo. Yeah.
It's better than lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in June 96, Stone Cold is put up against Jake the Snake Roberts in the final of the King of the Ring tournament. I love Jake the Snake Roberts. He's part of the sort of previous generation, really. He's only 41, but he kind of represents the old guard of the wrestling world. He looks older than his years.
Yeah.
We've got a picture of him here. So he's done 10 years in the WWF by this point, I think. And yeah, he doesn't look 41.
He's got my hair as well.
He does. He does.
He's sweating quite a lot from the face.
Yeah. He's possibly sweating because for people who aren't familiar with Jake the Snake, he joined the WWF in 86 and he came up with this gimmick of just carrying around a massive python and being Jake the Snake Roberts. He came up with the idea when he was stoned because he needed a gimmick. And I don't think he realised that he was going to have to be doing it for the next 40 years because he was terrified of snakes. So that's maybe why he was sweating. Or it could have been this. We got a clip of him.
I did it all. Everything from steroids to pharmaceuticals to cocaine to crack. I didn't miss anything but heroin.
Yeah, so he was a big drug user. That's possibly why he was looking older than his years. He was also a born again Christian at this point. Ahead of this fight, he references the Bible verse John 3:16 in his promo. He then loses to Stone Cold, and that prompts Stone Cold to cut this impromptu promo, which is possibly the most famous of all time, certainly one of them.
King of the Ring, Stone Cold Steve Austin, an incredible victory.
The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring.
He's being helped
Don't
out.
just get him out of the ring, get him out of the WWF. Because I've proved, son, without a shadow of a doubt, you ain't got what it takes anymore. You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass.
Come on, that's not necessary.
All he's got to do is go buy him a cheap bottle of Thunderbird and try to dig back some of that courage he had in his prime.
Little dig about his alcoholism there as well, which I like. You fucking junkie.
Yeah. I like how, the commentators, that's unnecessary.
Come on, mate. It's the Bible.
So yeah, I think apparently a lot of people, did think that was blasphemous. But obviously for far more people, they absolutely loved it. It's kind of seen as one of the moments that sparked the Attitude Era. So as one journalist put it at the time, the kids of the 80s grew up rooting for all American good guys like Hulk Hogan, and now jaded 20-somethings who worship Marilyn Manson, Howard Stern, and Dennis Rodman. They were looking for something more real, more dangerous, and that was Stone Cold. So he was supposed to be a heel, obviously, you can tell from there, but people absolutely loved it anyway. And this kind of prompted the WWF to lean away from good guys versus bad guys in favor of kind of more like morally ambiguous characters, unpredictable, shocking storylines, and obviously way more violence, profanity, and sexual content as well. So Austin's the biggest star, but then he paves the way for like The Rock and Triple H. That's kind of the sort of dawn of it, I guess. It's crazy how popular Austin 316 became. Obviously, immediately they start printing it on t-shirts, and in 1 year they sell 12 million alone.
Fucking hell.
It is still one of the biggest selling t-shirts in history. Outsold Che Guevara t-shirts.
Really?
I think it's only behind I Heart New York tees.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Bob Marley's not getting a look in.
I think so, yeah.
Bob Marley needs to shut his mouth and know his role.
I mean, round these parts, in Camden Lock maybe, but not globally.
I have just ordered it, didn't come in time, an Austin 316 flat cap, which I'll be sporting soon.
He's one of the top, he's just behind Peaky Blinders in the flat cap sales. That was, I feel bad for Jake the Snake there.
Was that sort of the end of him as well?
I think he is still wrestling now, which is absolutely insane.
In a way, more sad. Not sad. Didn't you say he was actually, because he became a born again Christian, didn't you say he was actually really, really glad about the Austin 316?
Yeah, he said he was glad that Steve came up with it because he thinks it inspired more people to look up the original Bible passage.
I'm sure it did.
Did it?
Can't say I ever have, but was it John 316?
John 316, yeah. There you go.
I'll have a look.
Don't feel too bad for him because he did also, he did face animal cruelty charges in the 2000s for letting one of his snakes starve to death.
He was probably smacked off his tits at the time, in fairness to Jake the Snake. Anyway, Stone Cold soon has an even bigger foe, and this feud will define the Attitude Era and propel WWF to ratings success. It's Vince McMahon.
Yep.
So the backstory, obviously Vince is the real life owner of WWF. He bought it from his dad in 1982. Yeah. Quite enjoyed that his dad made him pay for it.
Bit of a bastard.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll do a Vince full ep at some point. It's a bit dark, but it is mad. Till 97, his on-screen role was basically being a play-by-play announcer, so quite sort of tame. But that all changed after the Montreal screw job in November 97. So Bret Hart, the champion, WWF champion, just announced that he was defecting to WCW. And he agreed with Vince that he wouldn't lose his belt at this Montreal pay-per-view event because he's Canadian. He didn't really want this like ignominious exit. He said, I'll give it up after. And he's fighting Shawn Michaels, who behind the scenes, this is in real life, was shagging the wrestler Sunny, who was actually married to her tag team partner, Chris Candido. So it's very incestuous. And, you know, that's bad enough that Shawn's doing that. But then he did a promo on live TV where he suggested that actually it was his opponent, Bret Hart, who was shagging Sunny.
Bret Hart, who was married. Happily married. I think he says like, Bret Hart, he's had plenty of sunny days recently or something like that.
And sunny nights. But apparently Bret Hart had to spend ages convincing his wife he wasn't cheating on her with Sunny, this wrestler. But it's like you've kind of stitched up everyone there because even your secret mistress is like, what the fuck? Anyway, so Shawn and Vince conspire. They're like, no, we're going to make this cunt lose on stage. He doesn't know it, but we're going to flip the storyline on him. And they do. So Bret Hart loses in front of the Canadian audience who are furious. And it legitimately kicks off backstage. Again, this is in real life. Bret Hart goes backstage and knocks Vince McMahon out in front of everyone, like very badly. Anyway, it seems like it's like quite worrying drama for the company, but actually the fans start booing Vince McMahon anytime he's on screen.
Yep.
And the penny drops. He's like, fuck, this is actually a really good storyline. So he crafts this persona as Mr. McMahon, this megalomaniac owner.
Yeah. Again, he didn't mind sort of leaning on reality, did he? Muddying the waters.
No. But actually it's his genius, right? Is that he turns all the corporate stuff into more drama.
Yeah.
I think we should do that at the
Yeah,
Upshot.
absolutely.
So then he starts having these ring fights with Steve Austin, which are massively popular. Basically, people like watching Steve Austin beat the shit out of him. I think because you're basically living out your fantasy of beating up your boss or your teacher, which is like in 90s America, that's like the ultimate fantasy, I think. We've got a clip here of them fighting.
Unless it's a match. Oh, there's the match. Here we go. Yeah, Vince. And here goes Austin.
Vince is ripped.
Yeah, I know, it's mental.
He's greased up and absolutely ripped.
Stone Cold. On the boss. Bring him out. Next entry. Who's next? Get him some help. He's Stone Cold on the boss and walking it dry.
Oh, he's really going for it.
To see an employee.
All right. Who hasn't dreamed of doing that to their boss? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Vince is
jacked.
He's like your boss. He's extremely ripped.
Yeah, I think people, because he used to wear massive suits, I think people just didn't realise how massive he was until this feud started.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that he was an executive, which means he's not contracted as an in-ring performer, which means he doesn't have to take any drug tests for steroids.
Lucky that.
So he can just fucking go for it. I think that would explain some of the other aspects of his life as well. He's just roided up. He also does, I think he's very good. He's got a sort of like Thunderbird's puppet face. He's very rubbery
expressive.
face.
Yeah.
He's really good at taking a punch, I think.
Yeah.
In quite like a sort of silly, like almost Harold Bishop in Neighbours way. Anyway, this feud is like, it's bringing in the ratings. People are defecting. So 10 million people every Monday night are watching WCW and WWF, 20 million total.
Wow.
There's a bit of flicking between.
Yeah.
Huge audience. And this feud really brings more in. And then they get a real lift when Vince recruits Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson's in disgrace. This is 1998. He's just lost his boxing license for biting Evander Holyfield's ear off.
Yeah.
He's not that long ago done a 3-year jail stint.
We're, in the next couple of years, we're going to go, public as a company. We want to legitimize. We want to, put a bit of sheen on the company. Let's get Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. He's in total disgrace. And actually, like, the world just thinks this guy's completely off his rocker. He's banned from boxing. He's been fined $3 million. Apparently, he was down to his last $150,000.
Wow. So they needed each other.
They needed each other, exactly. And so Vince McMahon pays him $3 million to basically play a role in this Stone Cold Shawn Michaels feud where he's the enforcer. And it gives this whole thing massive momentum. So when he's at WrestleMania, it gets like mainstream coverage. And people who wouldn't normally watch wrestling tune in just to see Mike Tyson like fighting Stone Cold. Suddenly everyone's watching. The other thing that Vince does really well at this point is he brings his family into the storyline. So not content with himself being in it, he gets his daughter Stephanie, his son Shane, and his wife Linda.
Yeah, who is now
education secretary in the Trump regime. Another theme of this episode is loads of these people are now in politics, like Trumpy politics.
Well, we don't really cover it, but Trump is just attending WrestleManias throughout this period.
Yeah.
Right?
Is he fighting in them? He's like involved in stories, isn't he?
He's on promos. I mean, I think there is an episode where, is it Monday Night Raw? There's a bit where Stone Cold gives him a stunner, right?
Do you, like, I was wondering, do you get training? Because all these celebs who do it well. Like, is it hard to take a stunner?
I'd say...
You're about to find out!
I'd say Donald Trump does not do it well, if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, it's just stunning him. He just crumples. He's pretty good. I guess all you have to do is crumple to the heat floor and look in pain.
Vince, not content with disgracing himself, he brings in his family. Probably, for me, the highlight of his in-ring career is his street fight with his son Shane at WrestleMania 17. So, I mean, this whole feud, they were building up to it for a while, and it really kind of sums up the insane storylines of the Attitude Era, I think. So Vince wrote a plot where he's having an affair with the female wrestler Trish Stratus, who we mentioned earlier. Trish is 30 years younger than Vince McMahon.
And probably the most like popular diva, right? She's the one that people fancy.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not going to go into detail about it. I was 13 at the time.
So in this storyline, Vince tells his daughter Stephanie that he wants a new voluptuous Mrs. McMahon who is Stephanie's age.
Okay.
I think, yeah, I mean, basically, Vince came up with this storyline as an excuse to get off with Trish in front of TV cameras.
And his wife.
And his wife, which happened. So yeah, he also wrote in that he has this affair with Trish Stratus, which makes his wife Linda catatonic in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So what? She has a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
And then he's secretly sedating her.
Yeah.
And it causes her to go into a coma. This is storyline, just
Yeah.
to be clear. This is kayfabe.
Yeah.
And then so Linda's like this mute, like just glazed woman sitting in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then he starts like making her watch him like getting with Trish.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all, it's grubby.
It's all normal stuff. It's his real wife, by the way.
So yeah, this kind of culminates at WrestleMania 17, where Vince's son Shane challenges him to a street fight to, defend his mum's honor. Stephanie, weirdly, despite Vince, putting his wife in a wheelchair, his daughter Stephanie is on Vince's side. She's ringside in a daddy's girl t-shirt. And yeah, I think we should watch the ending probably.
Yeah, there's a twist. A brilliant twist. Because he gets Linda in the ring and is like, I want you to watch your son being beaten up.
Yeah.
Again, why is this your fantasy? And so she's propped up in a wheelchair or on a chair in the corner.
There's more where that came from. Third time to charge.
So is she acting or is she just, why am I here?
Yeah, just looking.
Watch this. This human being.
Yeah, she's just stood up.
She stood up. It's got
Vince
the biggest
can't see her.
cheer.
She stood up behind him. Vince turns around. She's pointing at him. She's awake. And she kicks him in the balls.
Yeah. Not quite.
She tries. Vince also has like myriad affairs behind the scenes with various wrestlers. And
In real life.
Yeah, in real
unlike
life.
the one with
Yeah.
Trish.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it got pretty dark recently in the old lawsuits, which we won't get into now. But
Yeah.
I read an interview with him in Playboy where Linda...
From the time.
Yeah, I was reading it at the time, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
2001, yeah, and they were asking about his affairs, and he was like, yeah, I mean, Linda would just ask me a list of names, and I'd just be like, yes, 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 and yes. It was just like, yeah. So he's constantly at it.
Yeah.
And you do get the impression that Linda just wants to like run her education charity. She's like being made to sit in a wheelchair. Anyway, if you think Linda got a rough ride, Stephanie, Vince's daughter, arguably suffered worse. So there's two stories. These happened actually after the Attitude Era in the mid-noughties, but they're too good not to mention. So famously in real life, she is married to Triple H,
Yeah.
Paul Levesque. And when they got married in real life, she told Vince the news. And, your daughter's wedding day should be one
big
of the
moment, right?
happiest of your life. Chance to tearfully give her away and tell her how much you love her. Or if you're Vince McMahon, it is an opportunity to strangle your daughter with a lead pipe in front of 40,000 people. So she tells him she's getting married. And first of all, Vince is like, I think the wedding should be a pay-per-view event. So basically like, there'll be loads of wrestling matches and then you can marry your husband for real in the ring.
Which is what every
little girl dreams of. Yeah, I always, ever since I was a little girl, dreamed that Jeff Hardy would hit Chris Benoit with a steel chair on my big day. Absolutely mental idea. Just like getting married in a wrestling ring.
Do you know who I want at my wedding? Thousands of horrible wrestling fans shouting, "Get your tits out."
I want Steve Austin blading himself so he's covered in blood as I walk down the aisle. Anyway, Stephanie and Paul, aka Triple H, they're like, come on, this is our wedding day.
Yeah.
No. So they reach a compromise. Stephanie has to fight Vince in the ring 6 days before her wedding. So, looking at a picture of the promo. First time ever father versus daughter I quit match. So an I quit match is where you have to make them tap out.
Yeah.
Right?
So again, Linda is in the promo.
Yeah, Linda's in Stephanie's corner this time. And who's Vince got?
Sable, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't know
that's
why.
Sable.
He's picked a hot girl to be in his
Yeah.
corner. So Linda, in real life, threatens to stop this fight because she's worried about bruises in the wedding photos.
Yeah.
I feel like you should broaden your concern more widely. But
I'm more worried about why you want to do this.
exactly.
Rather than,
it's going to get even more fucking Freudian than
Yeah.
that. But first of all, it goes ahead. Here is Vince, 6 days before his daughter's wedding, choking her with a lead pipe. He's like, just to describe this, I mean, I recommend watching the video for this, but he's got enormous biceps and triceps, and he's got the lead pipe around her throat. She couldn't look like she's in more pain, I would say. And the look on his face is one of like both ecstasy and rage. It's absolutely frightening.
It's hard to imagine he doesn't have a massive erection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess the other bit for people like Zach who are sort of kind of not into wrestling and is like, oh, it's fake. It's like, obviously all the matches are predetermined, but people seriously get, banged up in the ring. Like it hurts a lot of it. And that very much looks like.
Yeah, it looks painful. You wouldn't want to go through that before your wedding.
No.
6 days out.
Imagine her vows. I take thee. Triple H.
Also, even if he let you do a proper wedding that wasn't at a wrestling event, you would just be constantly looking at the church doors waiting for like Stone Cold to kick him in.
The big show to steal your wife.
Fuck off! Yeah. Well, it's the big show. You're like, for fuck's sake.
You won't see him coming.
Just the fucking Undertaker burning it down. Anyway, Vince wins the fight when Linda throws in the towel.
Yeah.
She's had enough. She's like, we have got a rehearsal in 2
You could have done
days.
that as soon as as a bell rang.
Or before. Actually, if your father throttled you with a lead pipe the week before your wedding, you might be entitled to compensation.
Yeah.
I'd say check out your legal position.
Yeah. Do you...
I mean, call the police, first and foremost.
Yeah, you probably want injury lawyers for you, I imagine.
Who would have made hay in this era with all the injuries and
Has the Undertaker ever chokeslammed you through a cage onto a bed of...
Well, I mean, he tried to
nails.
murder his entire family by burning down the funeral home that they ran.
That's true.
I think Kane and the other members of the family might have grounds of compensation.
Have you got hideous burn marks and need to wear a mask to do your job?
I also do think that injury lawyers for you and WWF are quite a good fit.
Oh, yeah.
You know the like don't try this at home section that they broadcast like during the shows? Like that would be quite good to be followed by if you've had an accident that wasn't your fault. If you DDT'd your little brother, broken his neck.
Try and lace in my boots.
Yeah, there's some overlap there as well.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
definitely.
I guess it's the Better Call Saul element.
Yeah, WWF famously litigious as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we might need them.
Can you defend us against them? Injury lawyers for you. It's no win, no fee.
Yeah.
If you had an accident that wasn't your fault, workplace or otherwise, off a turnbuckle or otherwise, get in touch with them. I'll put the details in the show notes. Okay, if Vince beating Stephanie up the week before her wedding sounds like a Freudian nightmare, wait until you hear about the storyline that Stephanie refused to do. So, in real life, having got married to Triple H, Paul Levesque, Stephanie falls pregnant with their first child. I think this is 2006, so post-Attitude. On screen at the time, Vince had insisted that Stephanie would be feuding with Triple H, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
And he then sees when she gets pregnant, obviously everyone's like delighted that, do you think it'll be a boy or a girl? You know,
Do you think it'll be a massive boy?
Everyone's excited though. It's good natured, tearful hugs with mum. I'm having a baby. Meanwhile, Vince is in the corner just thinking,
Plotting away.
he sees an opportunity to do a storyline about the baby's father being someone else, not Triple H. And Vince decides that the baby should be his. So, the idea is he's had an affair with his own daughter and got her pregnant.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah.
It's Monday Night Raw. Needless to say, Stephanie in real life is truly disgusted by the idea that she's had an affair with her own dad.
Yeah, so this is the one storyline she says no to.
Yeah, the only one. Apparently, Vince is like really insistent, and everyone's like, "No fucking way!"
I think he keeps trying to push the
Yeah, he
incest
does.
thing. When Stephanie says no, he just keeps trying to make other people do it.
Yeah. Well, then apparently at one point he says, "Okay, it's not me, but what if the father of the baby is your brother Shane?" She's like, "No." So this is when it's like they literally no storyline will be considered.
Yeah. A lot of parallels with the Jerry Springer rep we did.
It's the same
Same
era, isn't
time,
it?
yeah.
It's like the 90s, it's just like, we don't care how fucked up this stuff is. It's like, the birth of the internet brought all these like, there was a website called rotten.com that was like just all the fucking sick stuff. This era of the internet was very like that. So I think it was just like anything goes.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Yeah. I feel like Jerry Springer, it was like slightly preceded this, did it? And I feel like it's, very much open the doors.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to our Patreon app on Jerry Springer, get on that. It's excellent.
Not my favourite incest story in wrestling. Do you remember Marty Jannetty?
Very loosely.
Yeah.
He's sort of earlier.
He was earlier. He was in a tag team with Shawn Michaels. But in 2017, so way after this, he made headlines around the world for something that somebody posted on his Facebook wall. He insisted it wasn't him. But basically, the gist of it is we'll put it up on the screen, but it's a big picture of his daughter. He was estranged with and reunited a few years before. And basically he says that he's had a DNA test and it's not actually his daughter. And he says, he wants his followers' opinion on things. He says, guys, she's not my daughter. We both held out of sex because you don't do that. But now that we ain't,
4 question marks.
From a guy's side, she's fucking hot. But she's been daughter. I want to, but can't get past that.
She's been
daughter. Yeah, so
is the DNA test bit, did that happen?
I don't know if that did. I don't think it did.
You think he was hacked?
It depends. The problem is his Facebook was very much like that. He'd post a lot of like just weird rambling posts, very much with the same sort of grammatical and spelling mistakes that were in that post.
Would he often ask his fans to sort of like give him moral permission?
So yeah, needless to say, a lot of news outlets believed it was true and posted about it. He insisted it was hacked, and I for one believe him. In 2018, so a year after that, he spoke to The Sun. He said, "It's almost comical that I worked my ass off so hard to make my name in wrestling, and through years and years of blood, sweat and tears, I did it. Yet one fake BS story has ruined all of that.
Yeah.
It makes me mad because I wonder if in 25 years from now, will they still be saying that pervert wanted to fuck his daughter?"
Yes, probably.
Yes.
We are now 9 years on, and we're saying it.
Hey.
Yeah, you defend
I think he was hacked. She's been daughter.
She's been daughter. It's a genius hack.
Yeah, it's really
There's
believable.
one way out of that, by the way, was to turn it into like a kayfabe storyline and like own it for a bit and then show up at like All Elite Wrestling North Coast and like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he might have struggled with that because she was horrified.
It's like, no, I need you to go along with this.
Apparently, in that interview he did with The Sun, he said that they'd only met sort of 4 years previously and he said they were getting on really well and then that set them back a few months.
I mean, it's
as it would.
Stitch up. Do you think she believes him that he was hacked? I really hope so.
Yeah, I think they worked it out.
I choose to believe he was hacked. Vince McMahon was probably on the first plane with a contract for Marty Jannetty. You're in if you can bring this storyline in. All right, a bit of a palate cleanser now.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
There's probably only one star from the Attitude Era who can truly rival Stone Cold for popularity, and that is, of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
Who he was definitely my favourite of the era.
Yeah.
Just so much charisma. Born to be a wrestler. His dad, uncle, and granddad were all wrestlers. His maternal grandmother was one of the first female promoters. He's cousins with Rikishi, isn't he?
Yeah.
By the time Dwayne is 14, he's 6'4" and weighed 215 pounds. He's a big boy, which actually meant that he wasn't very popular at school. So he moved schools a lot, possibly because his family are sort of traveling around with the wrestling carnival that they're in. And in 1987, he joined a new high school in Tennessee, which was the same year that 21 Jump Street, the original series, aired.
Johnny Depp, isn't it?
Yeah, and if people are not familiar, the premise is like a policeman goes undercover in high school. Dwayne Johnson gets ostracized by his classmates because they're like, "You're too big to be a high school student. You must be a fucking knock."
They've got a point.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a picture of him age 15. He's very grown up. And not just because of his moustache, just like his body.
Yeah.
He's ripped.
Everything about him.
I'd love a side-by-side of myself at 15 with that. Just weedy as fuck. Although by 22, he had a new look. We're looking at a picture of
Yeah, it's a classic.
So he's standing on some stairs in a roll neck jumper, bum bag. He's got one thumb on the bum bag. But then he's resting his arm on like a ledge, and he's put a napkin out for his elbow.
Yeah, he doesn't want his merino wool roll neck to get grubby.
To be fair, that ledge looks very grubby.
Yeah.
Would be my comment.
And he's got the chain over the roll neck. So this went very meme.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Putting out a napkin to keep your elbow clean like that is just phenomenal. He's got very small head in relation to his body.
I would say the look is with the bum bag, the chain over the turtleneck is quite sort of IB for final bossy.
Yeah.
It's kind of come back.
I think laying out a napkin for your elbow should come back as well. It's a hell of a pick. Anyway, 96, he debuts in the WWF. He's Rocky Maivia, which is a bit of an homage to one of his relatives who was Peter Maivia.
Yeah, and to his dad who was Rocky Johnson.
Right, yeah. See what they did there. So they try and push him as like a babyface fan favorite. Audience hate it. They used to chant "Die Rocky Die" during his fights.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing. If WWF are like obviously trying to push someone and make someone a babyface, they kind of just
I quite like that.
Yeah,
because also again, the fans don't want these fucking like superheroes and villains. They want morally ambiguous. We decide if we like them. You know, Stone Cold being a good example. Anyway, here we got a picture of him here in his Rocky Maivia thing. So there's a bit of a Samoan flavour to the outfit, I think, is the idea.
Yeah.
He's plugging away. Went on that way till 97 when actually he starts lashing out at fans for booing him and turns heel and becomes a huge star. He's probably he's hugely charismatic. Here's a clip. He's basically like, he's got a lot of jokes as well as catchphrases. So a lot of those like, shut your mouth, know your role, jabroni, lay the smack down, take your candy ass back down to SmackDown Boulevard, jabroni. Just bring it. All of those. He's big on catchphrases. But he also does quite a lot of just like comedy things. Here's him serenading Stephanie McMahon on her birthday.
Happy birthday to Steph. You're a hoe with big breasts. So take the night off from hooking if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
And
the
fans.
future president of the United States.
Do you think he is?
I don't. Is that that was really being talked about? At one point,
he's definitely like. He's obviously had the biggest breakout success. He's in Hollywood early noughties, I think.
Yeah, Mummy Returns, isn't it? Scorpion King. It is, I would give a lot of money to be able to raise one eyebrow the way The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd give a lot of money for one eyebrow.
Let alone raising it, just stick it on. Yeah, the people's eyebrow.
Yeah.
People's elbow. Speaking of the Mummy Returns.
Yeah, so he plays the Scorpion King. Yeah.
It's not the best CGI.
Is it him?
It's CGI. We got a clip here of it. He's sort of emerging out of a silhouette at the moment. They're very scared. It's Brendan Foster.
Fraser.
And
Imhotep.
Oh, here he is.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's video game graphics.
It's a video game.
So
yeah.
Was he even acting there? He's not even in it. It's just they've recreated it.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. I just know there's a really good clip of Brendan Fraser talking about being at the premiere, and two guys come up to him and are like, "Hey, congrats on the movie, man." He's like, "Oh, cheers," and they're like, "It's us. We did the CGI of the Scorpion King," and he goes, "Oh," and they went, "We needed more time." So they knew.
It's PS1 stuff.
It really is. Yeah. Speaking of movies, another early star of the Attitude Era was Golddust. Do you remember him?
Oh yeah, it's kind of
so he was
thing.
androgynous, sexually ambiguous wrestler who sort of wore head to toe gold, quoted classic films, and was supposed to look like an Oscar statue.
So we what's his fucking name? Pianist. There's a bit of a Liberace thing going on.
It's quite Liberace. He was meant to be a kind of director that wanted to make a wrestling film. Right. It was a very confusing gimmick.
It's quite old school, sort of pre-Attitude Era, isn't it?
Yeah, which it was just about. So in 1995, he comes in. So he's played by Dustin Rhodes, who his dad, Dusty Rhodes, a really famous wrestler. Apparently, so Vince called up Dustin and pitched this gimmick. And he, obviously it's quite confusing, so he was trying to explain it for quite a while, and then he kept using the word androgynous. And I think Vince wasn't really sure if Dustin would go for it because he's a 260-pound straight Texan man. But surprisingly, Dustin apparently was really enthusiastic. He was like, "Yep, sounds brilliant." It turns out that's because Dustin didn't know what androgynous meant.
What did he think it meant?
I don't know, but apparently he looked it up in a dictionary afterwards and just went, "Oh, what have I said yes to?" But he's a pro, so he lent into it. And to be fair to him, he really embraced it. Became a massive heel. I think basically because there was a lot of gay panic and the audiences were very homophobic. So yeah, it's not aged well particularly, but he was good at it. He basically gyrate on other male wrestlers, and people would furiously boo him. But Dustin is very committed to the bit. So when Vince tells him that he thinks it's time to pronounce a character dead, Dustin, he's like, well, I need to do something to save this character. So apparently he calls up one of Vince's underlings, and I've got a quote from him here. He says, "I got a call from Dustin. I've got an idea," he said. "Tell Vince if he pays me $1 million, I will get implants." Breast implants, that is. Yeah. Apparently he was willing to go under the knife and get double T implants.
You got $1 million.
Yeah. And he was so adamant that he pitched it to kind of all of the execs apart from Vince. And they were all like, obviously not. Like, what are you going to do when you pick up your daughter from school or you go to the beach? And he's like, I don't care. And then eventually he got all the way to pinch into Vince, and Vince was like, absolutely not. Which is...
Could you do that and then get them removed and just be relative? Do you think that was the game plan?
I think so, but it'd be a whole other surgery.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really talked about the fact that, like, I've noticed a lot of people, they sort of say it's basically a sort of traveling circus, carnival kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, people are, there's like the fringe of it that's like people are willing to do sort of mad things to their body kind of thing.
Yeah, which again, like, is the whole... Okay, that's very much, it's the storyline that he'd have breast implants. It would very much be his real life as well.
Yeah, you do actually have to live that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, backstage life in some ways does mirror the ring. Like, there's loads of bullying, cliques, hazing was rife. So apparently rookies would often be subject to stiffs in the ring, which is when you get real shots, basically.
Yeah.
You actually get hurt. And there's quite a fine line. So they call it ribbing, which is like basically like pranks and taking the piss out of each other. But there's a fine line between ribbing and going too far.
Sure.
Just ask X-Pac. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Is he in D-Generation X? I think he was. Sort of bandana, long hair.
Yeah.
Real name Sean Waltman. And in real life, behind the scenes, he was partial to shitting pranks. Again, the 90s just seems to be full of shitting pranks, and then it just stops. We see it in football. His go quite far. So he'd already shat in Sable's bag and Sonny's lunchbox. So both sort of early divas of WWF.
Yeah, two young women.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to make their way in a male-dominated world.
Horrifying alpha environment where your only friend is a bloke with fake tits.
Shit in their lunchbox.
Yeah, these are not on-screen storylines. As I said, these are like actual things happening in the lunchbox.
Just having a lunchbox is very 90s as well.
But why do you have to shit in it? Apparently it was at it. It did, to be fair, it later emerged that Waltman, aka X-Pac, was heavily addicted to meth, coke, and painkillers.
You don't say.
It'll do that. Yeah. Anyway, given this reputation for shitting, everyone's giving X-Pac a bit of a wide berth. So when Mark Henry, do you remember him? World's Strongest Man, Sexual Chocolate. He was going out for a fight in the ring, and he decided to leave his Subway meatball sandwich in the locker room for, an after-fight snack.
Sure.
And he did leave it with an instruction to everyone in the ring. He said, "You boys better not touch this." But little did he know, X-Pac was lurking in the corridors.
I wonder what will happen next.
Yeah. Think you know where this is going. Although actually, the truth about what happens next is even more horrifying than you could imagine. It doesn't stop at the sandwich, put it that way.
Okay.
But you'll have to tune in to part 2 to hear how that pans out, because we are out of time here. Join us in part 2 as the stars of WWF guzzle every drug under the sun. They urinate on air hostesses and on Linda McMahon. They shag 77-year-old divas. One of my favourite storylines. There's also a horrendous necrophilia storyline. And I mean horrendous. Coupled with a lot of our favourite stars. There's a few nostalgic favourites. The Godfather makes an appearance. Yep. There's quite a lot of recruiting in strip clubs. It's all happening in part 2. And it is ready and waiting on Patreon right now. Otherwise, if you're not a Patreon member, you'll have to wait a whole week for part 2. But you can join patreon.com/Upshot Towers. Only £3.60 a month.
Yeah. Or you can pay £10 and you get to put Jack in a sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah, the new tier that
Yeah,
we're
the new tier.
introducing. In my new Mr. McMahon role. I really think we should do more of that.
Yeah.
So join us as we trash the Injury Lawyers for You office with a steel chair. Which one of you motherfuckers is the CEO? Where's my renewal, bitch?
Yeah. Gonna go into Manscaped offices and demand a hair match.
Can I get a hell yeah? See you next time.